Everyone, Erin here again today.
I want to show you how to make cards using 3 supplies. So whether it be washi tape, flowers, and brads, washi tape, flowers, and bling, using those supplies, and then you can make a whole bunch of cards using those same supplies. So if there's 3 flowers, you can replicate, and in a package there could be 12 brads, which means you could end up making 4 cards exactly the same using the same supplies that you just bought. The only additional things that you need: mists, just to kind of add some background flair, and then your glue, which I'm just going to use Beacon's glue for this.
So I'm going to run you through each one. Let me do this one first because it's probably the easiest, and I can show you how I did the washi tape. I kind of got a little bit of a head start on some of these. So there's a variety of different fun washi tapes that Eyelet Outlet offers, and I just love this one because it's like so dimensional and it's got all kinds of fun colors. It goes with a ton of things. So for this one, all you want to do is take a strip of washi tape and you're going to line it up as best as possible. Now this is a 4x6 card, so it's 4x6, and it's already a pre-made card, and it's just in craft cardstock, nothing fancy. And they come with like a kind of an edge there, but you can always cut it yourself. And if you're going to cut it yourself, you cut it to be 8x6 and then fold it in half. It's really up to you. I like the ones that are pre-done because it's just easy. Then you take your washi tape and you fold it in half. Now if you're like me and don't measure very well, just take another little strip. This is the beauty of washi tape. And it kind of adds a little something fun inside your card. And just line it up very carefully. And then just push, and it makes it look like it's one line. And if you want to be a little more careful than me, go for it. So it gives you a nice clean line, super simple. From here, I'm going to take, and I have complementary colors of types of sprays. And so the colors I picked, because this is kind of a red orange, it's kind of in the middle, I've just picked out a orange. This happens to be pumpkin spice. And all we're gonna do, shake it up, get all the good glimmer in there, and you can see it swirling around, is you're gonna take the applicator out and just lightly, I tend to go in a diagonal direction. If you want to mist it, you can, but we're just going for a light effect. It's very, very simple. Then you're going to take your flower and you put one brad in the center of your flower, just like that. Super simple. Take your glue. I'm so running out of glue. I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to grab a new one because I'm tired of fighting with that one. I think I've started this. Nope, I haven't even opened my glue yet. Have I? No. So when you get a brand new glue, just make sure you take the little seal off. You do not need to cut the tip on this one. So for the Beacon 3-in-1, do not cut your tip. It's not necessary. And every time, I love this because it screws on, and I've had it where I've half screwed it on and it still didn't solidify the glue inside there. I may have had a bit of a rough tip at the top, but that's fine. Take a little bit of your glue, squirt it on there, seal it down. It's okay if it's not 100, whoops. Make sure your fingers aren't gluey. Get this on there. And we're just going for a very flat flower here, which is kind of a fun. It's gonna kind of get a little bit elevated because the brad behind it, and that's cool. If you're like me and got some glue, just wipe it off. It's a little forgiving. Now, here's the fun part. So what I have here is just an old mouse pad, and I have 2 or 3 of these. And you just place it under your card, and then you take some sort of piercing device. A thumbtack works just fine, something that's kind of a piercing idea. Lay out where you want to have your brads going. And I like laying it this way so I can see exactly where I need to actually poke the hole. Just like this. So I'm going to line them up right at the top here. So I'm just going to go through here, and poke, poke, and poke. And you want to get them as equidistant as you possibly can. And now you have a nice little hole, an opening for your brad to go through. Now, the beauty of this kind of its large brad is that if it's a little too close to the edge for you, because this is such a large brad, you've got a little bit of wiggle room to move your hole over, and you're not going to see it. So it's not going to make a difference. I like putting all 3 of mine in to make sure I'm happy with the way that it looks. If I'm happy, I flip it over, open my prongs, And make sure you open them so they're not impeding with the front of the card. Just like that. Ta-da! And it's just a cute little easy simple card, something kind of fun and blingy, kind of adds a fun little effect and just kind of cute. Now, if you do not like the look of the brads on the inside, you can always grab some more of your washi tape and just do the inside layer. It just kind of covers it up. This is completely optional. If you don't like this look, you do not have to do it. And it just kind of lines it in. And then you just take some scissors and just kind of cut this off. Because you don't want to see it run through the front side. It's not the look we're going for. We just want a simple line on the front. So just kind of clean it up and make sure it doesn't show when you close your card. If the brads do not bother you, I lift this one up a tiny bit. If the brads do not bother you, then don't worry about it. Leave them open. It's not a big deal. You could also go through at this stage if you wanted to cut out another sheet of paper and place it right here, and so you don't see the washi tape lines, you could do that too. So there's a cute little finished card. That's number one. Super simple to do these, and if you have, and so in the package that you get with the brads, you get a ton. You could replicate, and with the flowers, you get a ton. I use the biggest flower here. You could replicate, and you have a ton of washi tape, this card over and over and over. So this could be a mass production kind of card if you wanted it to be. Makes life easy. All right, card number two. I'm gonna move this up. So now that you've seen how I've done, oops, I got a little bit of ink there, that's okay. Now you've seen how I've done this line. So again, I ran the washi tape all the way around. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna have fun. I have these cute little bee brads and another set of flowers, and this time I used one medium and two small. And all I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna put the little bees in the center of my flowers as if the bee is on the flower. I have a cute little play on that. They're collecting their pollen. Something fun. So just line them in the center. Becomes kind of the center of your brad. Cute. Cute, cute. Super simple. This time, and I think we are done. We have no more piercing that we have to do. So we're done with this. This time I'm going to use a green because I'm going to complement with the green that's on here. And I picked out key lime pie. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to splatter. And if you want to pick a color that's a little closer to the green on the washi tape, have at it. And so here's the green. It's just a pretty, it's got a little kind of a sparkle. If you want to shake your card just for a second to dry it out. It'll get dry in a minute. It'll absorb into the craft paper. I'm going to start with the biggest flower in the middle. So while that's drying, I'm going to put my glue on all three flowers. And just place it right in the center there. Just a cute little bee flower. I really am going for lots of kind of really cute for summer, you know, floral, adorable. If you want to spray your flower too, you're more than welcome to. The beauty of these flowers is and you can see they're kind of absorbing, and I like that feel. If you want them to absorb the color, they can. Not a big deal. And again, you get 12 little bees. So you could make 4 of these cards. You get plenty of flowers in the pack, and you get a ton of washi tape. So you could make 4 of this particular card with just buying 1 package of each or 1 of each. So you're not limited to just doing 1 set, and it's really sweet. Or you could even, whoops, you could even change up the color of your flower on this and have fun with that. Or the color of the washi tape. It's really very, however you want to go with that. Last card, I picked a glittery blue washi tape, which is kind of fun, glittery blue. I picked up a blue that would kind of match with this, so we have sapphire. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna shake. A little bit of shake, rattle, and roll on here, just for a fun effect. It's an easy way to add some dimension to the back of your card and just to kind of go, what's that? A little something different, and it complements the colors that you're adding to your card. You want to full out spray it, you can. It's really kind of up to you. Very, very simple. All right, so we just got finished misting this. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take 3 flowers, and they're from this flower set. And if you did notice, some of the flowers are a little bit different. Like this is more of a pointed flower, this is more of a rounded, and there's more colors in this. There's plenty of colors. Start with your smallest flower first and go ahead and run. This is a generic, just a very simple, it can be any color. You're really not gonna see much of it. Brad, and start layering smallest first on down. And close your brad. Now, if you wanna leave your flower like this, more power to you. There's nothing wrong with that. It just becomes a layered flat flower, which is perfectly great. I'm gonna smush mine up a little bit and make it more of a dimensional flower. And you can add as many layers. You could do 2 of each, you can do 1 of each. It's really kind of up to you. I'm gonna use Dazzling Diamonds Glimmer Mist. It's just a white mist because I don't wanna change the color of the flower. I just wanna help get some shimmeriness to it and allow it to scrunch. So I'm just gonna spray, don't overspray. 2 sprays is plenty. If you overspray, you're gonna oversaturate your flower and it's gonna tear and get mushy and just gross. Now all you're gonna do is you're gonna kinda smush your flower up. Simple. You can take each layer and smush, smush, smush. Smush it up. This is why you don't wanna get this too wet, because if it got so wet that you can't see what you're doing, I mean, it's gonna tear on you as you're doing this smushing thing. Now kind of fold it back out again. And the beauty of the fact that you got it wet is when it completely dries, it's gonna harden. It's really cool. It's gonna harden in this kind of new cool shape. Now, if you don't wanna see your brad, just really kind of pull the inner petals inside and cover it up and really smush it in. If you want to see the brad, just kind of pull it back out. It's really a personal preference on your side of how you want to do it. So just keep kind of smushing it in. And there you go. It's just this cute little flower. It's just a little smushed flower, nothing fancy. You could also at this point, and I like to use a brad to hold it all together because it gets kind of fun. If you want to see something prettier on the inside, you can add a really kind of fun element and you can just glue it on top. Open it up. And then you're gonna add a little dab of glue on top of your brad. Or at this point, you could also use a fancy brad like this, a nice big one. It's your call. And the reason why I'm adding a little dab of glue is because I wanna make sure this sticks and doesn't pull off. And I've left these guys in the heat a little too much. And some of them, the glues are sticky. And so I'm just gonna kind of reinforce. And it's just a really pretty way of adding a fun bling center to the center of our flower here. It's really gorgeous. See how pretty that is? All right, I'm gonna use a few more of these. So this is pretty much dried now that I've sprayed it. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna add my flower to one side. You can either add the glue to the flower or to the card, it's up to you. Lay it down. And then I'm gonna add a couple little blings, just 2 more. I love these little bumpy blings. And since I'm not worried about the fact it's stuck to, I'm just gonna glue it to this paper, I'm gonna leave it as is. And we're gonna do 3. We're gonna do 1. Sets of 3s always look nice. And just on top, just something cute. You could put a brad there, you could do whatever. I'm just trying to matching. It's really kind of up to you how you wanna do it. And there it is. So here's our 3 cute little flowers. Now this one, because on this pack you get, oh shoot, how many were on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you get 40 of these things. We use 4. In a pack of these flowers, I think you have 40 flowers and you're using 1 of each. You can make 10 cards like I just did, and you just need 1 little whatever brad to hold it together. And I'm sure you got a brad. I doubt that you don't have some sort of brad in your stash. If not, Eyelet Outlet has a ton of brads too. We have you covered. So here's 3 cute little cards, different ways. Some of them are opening this way, some are opening this way. Super simple with washi tape, flowers, brads, bling, a little bit of glimmer mist, and some glue to hold it all together. So So thanks for stopping by, and hopefully you can make some fun cards for yourself. So please subscribe. Talk to you again soon, and bye-bye.